Hi, my name is Chad Fry. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a unboxing video of this switcher here. It is the OSEE GoStream Duet. It is a pretty compact form factor here, and as you can tell, if you're familiar with the ATEM Mini Pro stuff, it looks a lot like the ATEM Mini Pro, so I think they'll take some inspiration from that. But it has some extra features that the ATEM doesn't have. It has 9 video input sources and 5 channels that you are able to switch from, in addition to having 2 HDMI outputs and also having a NDI input and a super source included. If you know about the ATEM, the super source is something that you have to pay a lot more for. So this is a pretty power-packed little switcher for the price. So let's get into it. Here we go. We're gonna do it. The plastic off here. Let's put that over here. And then we'll do the little slow box reveal here. There we go. There we go. Set that over here. First thing you got here is a little guide to tell you, make sure you download the latest firmware. So the reminder, very cool. Put that aside as well. And let's see. All right, looks like we're gonna have to open it this way. Okay, we got a little foam here. Pull this out. There we go. There's our switcher. And while we're at it, let's see what else we got in the box. What else we have is basically a more info card telling us how to find out more about the company and this product. Support. And then we got a little manual, multi-language to help get started. More foam. There's a little box down here. Here we go. Open this little box here. And we got our power cable. I'll put that back. And I bet you on the other side we've got little adapters for the power. Let's see, those aren't in the box. No, so there's got to be some adapters. As you can tell, there's no prongs there to plug in. Here they are. Here it is. So it's got the power adapter. Clip on there. And I think that's it. Let's do a little overview here. So here's our cool little surface here. Again, you got 4 SDI inputs, 4 HDMI inputs, 2 HDMI outputs. You've got an SD card recorder right here. You got 2 USB-C ports here. I know that you can use one of those to record to an SSD if you wanted to. One of them you could use to bring in a USB-C webcam if you wanted. I believe that you can pull this, take a stream out to your computer and stream through OBS or some other software like that if you wanted to. But all kinds of flexibility by having those USB-Cs there. And then again, you've got power here, which again, a cool thing about this one, it does actually have a power button where the other switcher of this size does not have a power button, and you have to pull the plug every time you want to turn it off or put it on a switch and turn it off. The other cool thing is you got an actual program row and a preview row. Again, the competitor only has 1 row, and you have to decide and hit cut, and the other lights up green or red. But it's neat to have independent rows like that, like a true switcher would have. And again, you have 5 inputs. So you got your 4 camera inputs, main ones here, but you also have an auxiliary input there, which can be set to be either that USB-C webcam, or you could set it to be a NDI HX input, or I believe also you could feed that from other sources. So you got your still stores, so you could store stills on there and cut to those there, still 1 and 2. And then it's got one of the coolest things about this small size compact, switcher that most of them of this size don't have is it's got a super source, which allows you to put multiple cameras on the screen at once. So basically think of a newscast where you got the anchor on one side and you got a reporter on the other, and then you still got a background image and logo, that sort of thing. So that super source will let you set up that sort of that as an input and cut to it when you want it. And again, other things that it's got are you got your audio section here, and then a knob to control those things. You've got a whole macro set up here, so you can set up complex operations to happen at the click of a button with the macros menu button here. So when you press this, it comes up on your multi-view and lets you work through the menu options. And then again, you got your recorder, which corresponds to this SD card slot here, or a USB-C SSD drive. So you can record and play back from there. So that is another thing. So a video that I've recorded, I could play back into the program if I wanted to, and bring that into the live stream. And again, if you want to stream, you've got a live streaming button here that will take you live. You have to set up your destinations in advance, obviously, but when you hit it, it'll take you live. And then it's got downstream and upstream keyers, I believe. So you've got an upstream key and a downstream key. Last but not least, you've got this T-bar fader here that lets you smoothly transition from one shot to the other, or one input to the other. Again, most switchers of this size do not have that, so that's a nice touch. Again, you got your knobs here to control things. You can twist and press them to select the parameters that you're working on. It's pretty cool. So, and then one last thing, the audio inputs. We got the audio inputs here. They are 1/8" jacks or 3.5 millimeter. And so those are selectable to be either line input or microphone input, depending on what you're trying to do. And then it also has a headphone output, which is a nice touch. So I forgot to mention the Ethernet port here, which allows you to, one, control it over the network, but also allows you to stream directly from here to your streaming destinations when you press this stream button, this live button. So, and there you have it. That's the OSEE GoStream Duet. Pretty neat little switcher for the compact size that it is. I'm kind of impressed just by looking at it. Again, it's borrowing aesthetics from another switcher that's out there that I've mentioned a few times, but I haven't powered it up yet. This is the first time laying hands on it, so I'll let you know how it functions, and we'll probably make some more videos about it here in the future. But again, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and please comment on the video and tell me what you think about the video. Tell me what you think about the product, especially if you've used it. Give me your input on it. If you got any questions about it, I'd be glad to try to answer them. And again, I'll be playing with the switcher for a little bit now because we're getting ready to incorporate this into our live stream studio, our podcast studio. So I'll let you know how that goes. And again, we'll make more content about that as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.